dragons or whatever.
Wow. 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 Oh shit! I have to get water. I will read wild. Wow. For real this time. Wow 2. The squeakle. Ah. Gwaug 2. If Gwaug was so good, where's Gwaug 2? Here it is. Here's Gwaug 2. 2. 2. Hello. For eel. Faux real. Yeah. True. Yeah. How are you guys doing? What's up? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Guys, it's the funny Star Wars day. It's you can do your a Star Wars bit. It's funny. It's funny. Funny Star Wars day. You can say the line. You can say the line. You're so full from sushi. Hell yeah. How was your sushi? Ugh. I've had a freaking busy day, dude. I've been so busy. I've been busy as frick for what feels like forever. Aug. Aug. So true, foe. Hi, Fluxy. What's up? Hi, Sharkloaf. Hello, hello. Live long and prosper or something. So true, Lucernic. Hi, Space Dragon. How are you? Space Dragon, it's almost time. You're gonna be. It's so soon for you. It's only 2 days. Wow. Oh, they gave you the wrong order, but it was actually all right. Well, there you go. Uh, hell yeah. All right. I've been fucking dying of allergies so bad for the past few days, dude. Aug. Aug. Ah, frick, dude. My eyes are so itchy. I'm trying not to itch them, but it's so hard. It's so hard. But I got anti itchy eye drops coming sometime in the middle of stream, so maybe I'll go grab those when I hear them show up. But yeah, my day, since we last caught up on Wednesday, I've done so much stuff. Thursday sucked because on Thursday I had to get up at fucking like 7:45 in the morning so that I could be ready for a dentist appointment at fucking 9 a.m. and that shit fucking sucked because I hate waking up that early and I didn't sleep very well and then I was like fucking itchy eye. Every day has been my eyes are super itchy. I'm sneezing all the time. I fucking hate it. Um, so I went to the dentist and got a teeny tiny little cavity filled, but it still was, they had to, because they have to do the things, they have to Novocaine your mouth. And then I was sore for like the rest of the day in my mouth, and that shit sucked. And then when I came home, I'm just like, I'm sore, my eyes are itchy, I'm super sleepy, but I couldn't fall asleep because I like had such itchy eyes and couldn't figure out how to fall asleep, so I was just like miserably sleepy, and the whole of Thursday fucking sucked. Shit was bad. Oh, hell yeah, Lucernic. That sounds like sick. I want to see it. Um Hi Val. Hey, okay, what's up? Yeah, I've been fucking dying. It's fucking sucked. And then Friday also kind of sucked because I slept in to try and recover from not getting any sleep Thursday. But my eyes were still itchy the whole day. But I managed to get some chores done and stuff, and then I took some on-stream commissions and stuff. Hi, Buttered Up Dragon. What's up? How was your Sunday? Here for the vibes? Hell yeah. Um, so I got a few commissions done, and then I did VR chat stuff. But VR chat with itchy eyes is like so much fucking worse. And then Saturday, I ended up going and I spent my whole day with Hanu, and we went and visited some friends and stuff. Well, I got a little bit of stuff done in the morning, but there's a bunch of shit that I've not gotten done that I gotta get done before FWA. And some of it that I just want to imminently get done, but I still don't have enough time for anything. I need $2,000 in my bank account, and then all my problems in the short term will be solved. But yeah, we went and hung out with some friends, and then we went to a furry rave thing, and it made me want to talk about it because it's something that I have a lot of thoughts on. I wanted to ramble about it. So furry rave thing or club, nightclub, or like whatever, anywhere where it's like there's a bunch of it is a dark room with a bunch of like flashing lights and stuff and big ass speakers playing loud as fuck music. I have pretty universally had a very bad time. Overall, there have been exceptions, and I'll get into those. But for the most part, I have a really bad time in any of these situations, like going to the rave at a con or going to these like bespoke individual furry like pop-up, we're gonna go to this nightclub and do a furry event thing. Almost universally I have a bad time, and I've like thought about it a lot more now that I like went and did it again, and I like have basically isolated down what my issues with it are, and I wanted to ramble about it and hear what you guys think. So for me, the atmosphere is like really cool. I really like the atmosphere. There's a bunch of other like furries, or maybe it's like kink stuff, because a lot of these end up being like mildly like horny or allow people to like do like wear kink fetish gear or whatever. Like that's cool. And the concept of being around a bunch of cool people is neat. However, I'm not super interested in the we flash a bunch of lights directly into your face, which happens a lot. Like very rarely is it pointed just to the ceiling or just to the floor. Like there's a lot of times where it's like lights will just be pointed at like face level and be shot directly at you and be flashing a bunch. and I don't super like that. And then there's the turbo loud music, which I usually always have earplugs for, but even so, I'm just not like, as a concept, I'm not interested in we are blasting an assload of music. In general, I'm not interested in music being an activity in a big open social space. Like even going to like a concert, if I knew the band and I knew all the songs, that's like a different thing, but like there is going to be music randomly played by a bunch of different artists that you don't know any of the music. Would you like to have this all blasted at you with like in a enclosed space with a bunch of strangers? Like I don't, that by itself doesn't super appeal to me. And then you have the like the problem that I tend to run into is I'm like, oh, hi Aqua. I'm like, oh, that person has like a really cool outfit on, or their like fursuit partial or fursuit is like really cool. Or oh my god, they're like doing a cool dance move or whatever. And then my immediate reaction to that is, that's cool. I want to go talk to them. But in almost every single circumstance, whenever I've been to like a rave or a club or whatever, they're blasting the music so loud that you can't talk to anybody. The best you can do is get really close to them, gesture enough that they like realize you're trying to get their attention, and then scream something, and then you have like maybe 3 words to get your message across, or like it's over and you like they're not going to be able to understand if it's like a long sentence. So you can like shout a compliment of like, I like your suit or something, but that's about it. Like you can't be like, hey, you seem cool, I saw you from over here and like your dance moves were cool, would you like to go like somewhere where it's quieter and like maybe like chat or something? Like that's like there is no invite somebody to go somewhere else to like talk. So like I just hate the, we're in a place with a bunch of cool people, but you can't talk to anybody. Like talking to anybody is forbidden. This is not a thing you can do. So like the maximum amount you can do is you can wiggle at somebody, and like that's kind of it. And I find that incredibly disappointing and like frustrating, because personally I get bored of the we're wiggling to music like super fast. That'd be pretty cool, DK. But yeah, I get super bored of the weird wiggling to music super fast. Thanks for the follow, gamer. What's up? It only can stimulate me for like a very short period of time before I'm just then like, damn, I am bored. Because it's not the same, like what tends to end up happening at furry raves, hell yeah, DK. What tends to happen at furry raves is very rarely is anybody actually dancing together. What it feels like is everybody is in their own 2 foot by 2 foot box, with walls on all sides, with windows where you can look at each other, and everybody's box has the same deafeningly loud music playing, but you can't interact with each other because there's walls. So you do your Lethal Company dance in your tiny little box, and you can look around and see that there's other people, but you're not actually dancing together. You're dancing next to each other. And like that shit sucks. Like I want to grab somebody and like let's like do fucking dance moves together. Like let's fucking like actually do a thing where we are physically interacting as part of the dance, but that like is not a thing that happens. And so like that's another reason why I find it like super understimulating. But I just like I super cannot jive with the, this is a room full of like cool strangers, you're never going to be able to talk to any of them. I fucking hate that. The one time I had a good time at like a rave thing was when the music was way quieter. It was still being played, but it was way quieter compared to any other like rave thing that I've been to. And there were spaces that you could still hang out with people where it was basically like you could just hear it like thumping through the wall, but it wasn't, it was like quiet enough that you could like have a normal volume conversation. You didn't have to be shouting. And that was great, because then I'm like, cool, I can like vibe and wiggle like next to people, and then if I want to, I can like try and be like, let's go, like, you want to go chat or something? And then you can, because there's space for that. I love that. And that's like the only, but that's like so rare, because I'd say that's like 1 out of the like fucking like 15 raves or whatever I've been to. That's literally 1 of them. The rest of them have all been, it is deafeningly loud, you cannot communicate or interact with anybody. And I've talked with some friends, and that to them is a benefit where it's just like, oh, I don't have to worry about like social like norms, or like I don't have to be worried about like, oh, am I gonna have to like talk to this person, and am I gonna say something weird or awkward? It's like, oh, I can just dance and we can share this like, oh, share this space together. But like I don't have that sort of like I don't want to call it like insecurity, but like I don't have those sort of anxieties. Like I want to actively engage with people who I like don't know. That's like the appeal to me, is like all these people are here dressed in really cool outfits, and we're all like we all are at least furries, so we have this like unified thing. And I'm like, wow, I want to talk to people and meet new people and find out like what their whole deal is. But you just fundamentally can't fucking do that at these. And that like just immediately kills it for me, because like I know so many people who are like, yeah, I can stay at a rave for 3 hours, and I'm like, oh, cool. Did you get to talk to anybody? And they're like, no. I'm like, did you like make any connections with anybody new? No. And I'm like, okay, well, like I guess if you're really into I stand in my 2 foot by 2 foot square and do my Lethal Company dance for like 3 hours, then like cool, I'm glad that works for you. But I've always felt like super out of the loop, because I know so many people who are like, I want to go to the rave, I love going to the raves, and I'm just like, why? Like what does it for you? Like what stimulates you in this? Because it's like you're in a social environment where you can't be social, and like I cannot wrap my head around that. So if you are somebody who likes raves, what like does it for you? The music? Yeah, I think that like I don't know, for me to enjoy music, it has to be way less deafeningly loud. Like I can't have to wear earplugs to listen to it. I have no interest in like experiencing music in a state where I have to wear earplugs for it to not cause me damage. Uh and dance and move around a lot. I always end up getting sick, and that's just not fun. Unfortunate. I'm there to move and be with friends and wiggle. Okay, so that's stimulating enough to you. You don't get bored? Because like I think for me the main problem is I can do that and have a good time for like 10 minutes, but then I'm like, I'm bored. This is now solved. I have done all of the wiggling and looking at friends wiggling that like I can stand to do, and then I'm bored.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Your
Dogu,
steadfast
27
loyalty
months,
is
dude. Fuck
greatly
yeah. Thank you so
appreciated.
much for the support. How's it going, Dogu? Have you been to a furry rave before? What are your thoughts on it? How do you not get understimulated, Kit? Like, is just deafeningly loud music enough to like make your brain go? Also helps if you want to listen to the whole set. Okay. Can you remember? Like, do you know the sets going in, or do you remember the sets coming out? Like, how long does that linger in your mind? Because that's another thing, is that like, music that lingers with me almost always has like lyrics, and club music is always just like EDM, and that like doesn't stick with me. I cannot differentiate one furry artist's EDM from another furry artist's EDM. I think mainly because whenever I experience it, it is deafeningly loud, so you have to have earplugs in, which makes the whole thing sound muddled. Even a 1, maybe 2 in VR. I feel like I'm talking about real life, which does not extend to VR very well. Because it's very, VR has a lot of quality of life things that you cannot have in real life. But the real life ones are when the bass is so strong, it's so ooh. Yeah, like I think it's cool that when you can like feel the bass and the music is loud. But then like I feel like almost every rave I've been to is like 3 or 4x the volume that you need to like actually achieve the feeling of like, oh, I can feel the bass. Because it's not like, I'm cool with live concerts mostly because like it's like people playing instruments, and even if the instruments are then like hooked up to an amp or whatever, in general it's not like deafeningly loud. But I've only been to 2 concerts, but neither of them were like, both of them were also outdoor venues, which I think makes a big difference as well. The IRL earmuff mode patch, yeah. That's true, Sharkloaf. I don't need to go to an IRL one to know that, yeah, for sure. But yeah, does anybody else relate to this experience? Because I feel like I am the like neurodivergent one in this situation, because like I am almost always the odd one out, because I have so many friends who are like, yeah, every single night at the con I want to go to the rave, and I'm like, cool, I guess I can't come hang out with you because I'm going to get super bored like immediately. Because it's like, want to walk into this room, put earplugs in and stand in the dark and not talk to anybody, and I'm like, no, that does literally nothing for me. I'm at a place so that I can like meet new people and hang out with friends and like share an experience with them. I don't want to go stand somewhere and not be able to talk. It just might not be your thing. Yeah, but that's the thing that sucks, is I'm like, I want to be able to get it because I have so many friends who are like super into it, but I like cannot for the life of me latch on to having any idea of like, how can I make this work for me? I've tried a bunch of different things, but I've never been able to figure out how to like make it not just super boring to me. What breaks the deal for me is not being able to interact with anyone around me. Either everyone is vibing by themselves or the music becomes a barrier with everyone. Yeah, exactly. I feel about raves how Lucernic feels about my Kingdom Hearts rant. Yeah. I've not been to raves, but for that reason, essentially, can't do extremely loud music, because for me, music should be a backdrop in an event I go to. If I want to hear music, that I would listen to it at my preferred volume alone or in a smaller shared space where we can talk. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, if I want to listen to music, I love listening to music on like, not because like listening to music on headphones is not the same as listening to music that's live being played off of instruments, or listening to music that's live being played off of instruments plugged into amps. I think like listening to live music played off of instruments plugged into amps is really like my preferred. That's like the coolest way to listen to music. But I like the times that I've gone to do that, it was at an outdoor venue, so it wasn't deafening. Beyond that, headphones is like generally the way that I've ended up doing it. Having to be able to lip read to communicate is not something I'm capable of. I think the baseline for enjoying raves is to be there for yourself first and interaction is second. Yeah, I think that's the problem, is that I'm not stimulated enough. Like listening to music when I'm at a FurCon does not clear the like minimum threshold for there is enough stuff happening for me to feel like I'm having fun. Like music alone, even if you crank up the volume, doesn't like do enough for me to feel like I am spending my time in a way that I am like excited by. I'm just like, cool, yep, there's loud stuff. There is nothing else. Oh, you flashed lights in my face with loud stuff. That like for me, I'm just like, I need there to be like a thing that we're doing. See, it would be incredibly different if it was like we're all wiggling in our 2 foot by 2 foot space, but it's because all of us have DDR dance pads beneath us and we are all playing DDR together live to the same song, and the song was made by a furry who's like up there DJing their song. Like that would be fucking sick. But like without that, like I don't know, I'm just like super understimulated. I'm bored. Silent Rave, everyone has headphones with awareness mode so you can talk to people. Yeah. There's a use case for sign language to actually talk at a rave, but while the lighting. Yeah. Rave sound is wildly different to headphone though, for sure. The full body rumble versus headphone clarity. Yeah. I mean, what is the actual difference between a rave and a concert? Rave is specifically like a bunch of different artists, usually shorter sets. There is no stands or like seating space. It's everybody standing up in like a central area. There's no booths or anything. Also, post your sway emotes. Favorite listening environment is in a basement with like 4 to 5 people and your friends, stupidly overexpensive audio set, level quiet enough to talk about the album. Yeah, that's sick, Lucernic. I love that. The conclusion is Gar needs it to be a video game. So my question with the 2x2 box is, what is your idea of breaking through that boundary? Would you dance more directly with others? Yes, if I had an idea of like what the set was, and I had friends who wanted to practice a dance routine with me, and we were going to perform a dance together that involves us like physically interacting, that's cool, because now we're doing a dance. If the thing is we're just going to like do the fucking Lethal Company dance at like at each other, then I'm like, we're not dancing. We're dancing next to each other. We're not dancing together, you know? Rave is more of a dance party usually. Yeah, rave is just specifically there aren't like a concert. There's like rings of booths and seating and stuff like, and it's specifically designed that people aren't supposed to be like fucking stuck together like shrimp in a fucking or sardines in a can or whatever. You are there's supposed to be enough space that you are like vibing and dancing. Would you learn the tango with me, Gar? I would love to like that. That is like something that would make me more interested in the thing is if I was performing a dance routine, if there was like there just has to be more basically. Can we learn to waltz? We can, but I think tango and waltz do not work to furry EDM, so I think that would make it tough. I think this relates to a chat a few weeks ago where we talked about people that join a board game to be with others but not interested in the game itself. It's very possible that many people are joining for the 2-foot box loud music experience, which doesn't seem to be working for you. Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's like it's the people that I know that I've talked to who go and enjoy it seem to enjoy it absent of the fact that there's other people there. They're just like, I want to go to a place where it's deafeningly loud and dark and wiggle around in my fursuit. And I'm like, okay, I want to interact with people, so like it doesn't work for me. Turn them into a pretzel, yeah. And then concerts usually when artists play, raves are like dance only and have DJs play, yeah. Usually, yeah. Pioneer a new genre of furry EDM, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do. But yeah, it sucks because like raves are so prominent at every single furry thing. Almost all of the people in my life that I think are like really fucking cool all go to those, and I just feel immediately like, oh cool, so every single night at a furry con, a bunch of the people who I want to hang out to are gonna spend like the most cool, most interesting hours of the night doing shit that I can't plug into because it just doesn't work for me. And that shit's so miserable and frustrating because I keep trying to do it to like fucking force myself into the space and be like, I need to solve this. I need to figure out how to make this work for me. And like, I've never been able to fucking discover how to make this not just super boring for me. Like I genuinely, the closest I got yesterday when I was at it with Hanu was literally like thinking about playing DDR in my head and like trying to do that, but even that lasts for like a few minutes and then I'm like, okay, well I'm bored of pretending to play DDR in my head. I mean, do you feel that people would feel the same about how you want to do art jams so themselves feel self-conscious about doing art? Maybe, but like art jams exist as a space where like, but you can still just like hang out and talk to people. And like I don't know, I feel like getting over drawing a stick figure or just telling people I don't want to draw, but you're still there to hang out, that's like an option. I don't know how you like join a rave but then don't like opt out of the like rave part. Do you ever do Beat Saber? Yeah, Beat Saber is really cool. So raves are more of a social thing than a music thing. However, you're unable to socialize as easily as a regular hangout. You just can't socialize at all, I feel like. Or at least socialize with vocalized words. You can wiggle towards each other, which for some people that's socialization, but for me I'm like, cool, well, I don't know anything about this person's hobbies or interests or aspirations or beliefs or friendships or anything. Like I know nothing about them other than surface level. Here's aesthetically what they look like and here are the dance moves they're doing. Which for some people that's appealing because they don't want that deeper connection, but for me I'm like, I feel like I'm fucking blue-balled because I'm like, oh, this person's really cool, but I will never be able to actually interact with them. Different perceptions of the social experience might also play a role. Some people want to specifically interact personally, my person's well. Others can feel connected to people around them by having that shared experience in a shared space. Yeah, like for some people, they're like, oh, that I really enjoyed getting to wiggle next to that person. And I'm like, okay, but we like, but then you forgot about them and then you never saw them again. Like I guess that for some people that's like cool and they like that, but like I can't figure, like that just doesn't work for me. I don't think that's a thing I can like unfuck and solve. Bees dance to communicate. Shove Vol in the locker. Rave forces sensory issues upon you. Know that forces people draw on an arch and just want to chat. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way to opt out of the rave being loud. I don't even mind the loud because I can just put earplugs in, but then it's like, I don't know. Yeah, it sucks. It's tough. I want to figure out a way to get into. Some people say it might be different when I have my fursuit, but I honestly doubt that because like, cool, I'm wearing a cool costume, but I still can't talk to anybody. I don't know. But do Beedrill? Vol probably knows the answer. Vol's probably read Beedrill's fucking lore entry, dude. And I'm not trying to be a fucking hater. I don't want to be like, meh, meh, meh. I think raves are stupid. Because it's not. It's not that I think they're stupid. I think it's really fucking cool. I love the fact that there's an assload of furries in their like coolest outfits, in their fursuits, fucking dancing, and there's like light shows set up for it and stuff like that. Sometimes I don't really like how the light shows are set up, but like they're like the light shows are cool. The people that show up are cool. The fact that there's a bunch of DJs who are getting to fucking play their sets, that's cool as fuck. It's just like I wish the volume could be lower sometimes. I wish the lights could be not pointed at eye level sometimes. But like the general idea of it is cool, but it's generally like the volume shuts me out of being able to do any of the stuff that I want to do. And so I don't know. It's tough. It's like you get a headset at the door so you control the volume, but everyone is hearing the same thing. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those, or at least yeah, like I've seen or heard of them, but I've never gone to do one of those. There's lots of things that you can think are very cool, but just aren't for you. Dark Souls games kind of minus something like that for me. Yeah, I guess that's fair. But the problem is there's not a room full of people playing Dark Souls at like furry cons. It's like every time there is a furry con, every furry con that I've ever been to always has like from 8 p.m. to like 3 a.m. or whatever. There are rave stuff happening. Like rave stuff is going on every night of the FurCon from like 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. or whatever. There is rave stuff. And so many people that I want to hang out are like, fuck yeah, let's go to the rave stuff. I want to go do that. And then I'm like, man, like all the fucking cool people I want to hang out with are going to be there. But like, I'm going to be fucking miserable if I go. So how can I make it not miserable? And I still try to go, but then I've never been able to solve the, how do I make it not miserable? Which is super frustrating for me. I guess maybe the solution is that like it just doesn't work for me and I can't go to these, but that makes me really sad. I don't know. I want to be able to be part of the crew that is having fun and having a good time. But maybe that's just fundamentally that doesn't work with me. Where you can drop in and out at will. Yeah, that's true. It's not this. Well, yeah, if it's happening at the convention center, a lot of the ones that end up happening, that I feel the most like left out of are either it's not at a con and it's like a somewhat local event that's happening on like a Saturday night at some club, that I like get invited to, and I'm just like, I want to go do a cool thing with local friends on a Saturday night, but like I fucking hate that thing, and like I'm just not gonna have fun, so that sucks. Or it'll be at a furry con, but it's not a rave hosted by the venue. It's a rave that's happening at a club like nearby the furry con, and again, a bunch of friends want to go, and are going to go with or without me. And I'm like, okay, all of my friends are gonna dress up in their coolest outfits, and they're all gonna go hang out and have a good night together. And I can either not go and feel super left out, or I can go and feel super left out. Because like, even if I go, then I can't like make it work for me. And like, I don't know. I was hoping maybe talking to you guys, I could like, somebody could illuminate for me, like, here's the thing that you got to do to make it work. But I guess it's literally just, I don't know, Gar brain is incompatible with this activity. Having anxiety issues, has had that sort of thing happen to you? Yeah, for me, it's definitely not anxiety. It's just like understimulation. Like I need to be doing a thing, and the thing offered by this activity just is the same thing as if somebody told me like, Do you want to go sit in a room and stare at a wall together? You're not allowed to talk to me, but we'll be next to each other while we stare at the wall." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'll come." But then like 10 minutes in, I'm like, I'm bored of staring at the wall. I'm gonna like, can we go somewhere else and like do a thing? I don't know. Hey Zero, what's up? How about hanging out with the other people who feel left out too? That's generally what I end up doing, is just finding the other people who raves don't work for and hanging out. But that doesn't make me any less like FOMO or just craving being able to, because the thing is like the people who say they have fun at raves do genuinely actually have fun, and I'm just like fucking pissed at myself that my brain can't like wrap around what they do to have a good time. And like I wish I could go, because the problem is it's like a lot of my really really close friends fucking adore that shit, and I just can't fucking get my head around it. Hell yeah, Autumn. I love Red Dragon Inn. Hi Jet, how are you? Me being a guy that sits in the corner at a party because introvert brain says interaction is hard. Yeah, I do not have these problems. I would pick you up, Vol, and we could yap at each other the whole time. Ah. A lot of people do raves after chemicals. Yeah, I guess maybe that would change the experience too. Just hold hands and stare at the wall. Yeah. Part of the enjoyment of raves also seems to be an altered state of mind, either because you're in the right mood or because you dance yourself into trance, or what I'm told is popular raves taking drugs. Yeah, I guess that's part of it. Can't say I've got the answer to raves and or life, but totally hold hands with you, Gar. Hell yeah. Yeah, we can hold hands, and maybe we do something cooler than staring at a wall though. Yeah, I guess maybe being super drunk would make it more fun. But I'm generally not ever intoxicated at cons. I've never been intoxicated at a con. I've been high once, which we told the story on stream, but it takes, maybe it's different now because I've told that after your first experience, your tolerance can shift. So maybe it's different now, but it took 20 milligrams to get me high at all, which is a lot apparently. That's like very expensive, so that seems like not very good. And alcohol, I don't know. I guess I could do, like, if I really wanted to get there with and be intoxicated, I could do a bunch of shots of horrible, really hard liquor or whatever. But I don't super enjoy, like, maybe on rare occasions in the right circumstances, doing that with friends is like fun and silly. I'm not sure I would ever want to be like really intoxicated at a furry con. It just doesn't seem like one, time is so precious there that I feel like I don't, there it would have to be a very specific set of circumstances for me to want to specifically get drunk for the sake of getting drunk. And two, like I would feel I would have to set up safety nets, because like I've had so many experiences with people who get intoxicated and then become like they need multiple people to take care of them now because they can't like keep their shit under control. There's some pretty cool walls. That's true. That's how it was for me. Months of nothing at 20 milligrams, 75 milligrams is enough. Yeah. Lock in, brother. Looking at a wall could be fun. When I had baths in my old house, stare at the ceiling patterns, find shapes that look like dragons, and every time I would find new additions to my imaginary ceiling art. You're so cute, Vol. You're so cute. Can't speak for other people, but I enjoy alcohol to loosen the mood a little, but never have so much I wouldn't be able to walk home if I had to. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like I still haven't done enough drinking to figure out what that feels like to me. Because either my experiences drinking have either been I don't drink enough to feel anything, so I like it's literally drink this thing that tastes really bad. There are no physiological sensation differences other than you drank this thing that tasted bad, or drink an ass load of stuff and then you are now intoxicated and drunk. Those are like my two experiences with alcohol, where it's like 95% of the experiences are I don't drink enough to feel anything, and then there's like the 5% where I've like we've drank an ass load together to become intoxicated. Yeah, Vol is just a cute little creature. This is known. This is a known quantity. Alky is danger for me now because my tolerance is so low now. I can bring Alky and make you something that tastes like juice. Everybody says that. Hi, yes, I heard intoxication. Hello, Kinnemer. Now is the time for bar. So excuse me, the healthy amount of alcohol is none, so if you don't enjoy it anyway, no reason to bother with it. Yeah, in general, I think I'm gonna start leaning into the like, I'm just not interested in being handed an alcoholic drink unless it's enough to like do something for me. Because what ends up happening is that at a lot of social situations, I will be given an alcoholic drink that I don't like, but it's still not enough for me to feel anything. So it's like, cool, drink this beverage that you don't like. It's not enough to achieve even being like slightly buzzed, and you don't like it. So like that's been like most of my experience with alcohol, where it's like at this point I'm reaching the point where I'm like, either we're drinking enough of this to have literally any amount of buzz or sensation, or I'm just not going to do it anymore. So we would switch to 190 to get the job done. Yeah, basically. Do I know what my tolerance is shot per hour wise? No, but that's something I would want to like figure out, because I am very tired of the like, I drink 2 or 3 twisted teas that I like don't actually enjoy, and it does nothing to me, and it was just drank a bunch of sugary stuff that tasted bad, and then cool, like I participated, but it didn't like do anything to me because it's just not enough. I thought you liked twisted tea. Okay, twisted tea is still in the category of like, it is the least bad compared to everything else. I like it, yes. But it's not like I would seek this out of my own accord. It still does not taste very good. But it's the best of the not tastes very good. What's twisted tea? It's iced tea, but they put alcohol in it, so it tastes worse now. Hell yeah, DK. But yeah, I want iced tea, but worse. Yeah, that's every alcoholic drink that I've run into. I've not run into a alcoholic drink that is like, wow, this is better. Mike's Hard Lemonade is okay if you can find one of the ones that's not carbonated. A lot of them are carbonated, and I do not enjoy anything that's carbonated. I don't think you're gonna get Gar with cocktails though. Yeah, in general, I don't like anything that you can like taste alcohol in. Which is unfortunately, if you make a drink strong enough for it to do something to me, I'm going to not like the taste. How strong is my tolerance? I don't know. We can go back historically and find out. We have streams of me getting drunk. Most of those were just vodka. And then the most recent one was like Malort, I think. Gar is so tolerant. I'm pretty tolerant of yeah, my ability to process poisons seems to be pretty high. I'll be back in my corner enjoying my drinks. Yeah, you and Kit are gonna get along so well, Fo. I am so excited to introduce you to Kit. You guys can be my two little creatures full of the funny juice. Saves me money and hangovers. Yeah, understandable, Aqua. One drink to wipe you, then yeah, you're gonna taste it. If you're okay with 2 to 4 drinks wiping you, then it should be barely there. Maybe DK. Vodka is pretty vile, agreed. Did you ever succumb to chair sleep? I've never fallen asleep at my desk, ever, not even once. Alcohol is fun, wore off for me a while ago. It eventually turned into something that was definitely a bad coping mechanism for how I felt. After stopping, it really just felt like I had more fun once I eventually overcame hurdles that I previously used alcohol to get past. I really think it's more fun to just be present mentally for a good time instead of being smashed and not coherent. Also, worse was when I simply could not control myself while drunk, and it was more negative than positive. Yeah. Also, Misty, I'm curious about your take on this, but I don't know if you've been to enough like furry cons to like have the experience with it. But I do want to touch back on the actual stream title for Misty. But yeah, I feel that, Misty. You might want to test how you like it. Yeah, we can try that, DK. We're gonna have a lot of fun either way. Is there a good reason to get drunk in the first place, though? It sounds like a bit of a chain of doing this thing I don't enjoy to see if it can make me enjoy this other thing I also don't enjoy. No, for me, like, so, no, outside of rave stuff, I don't have an interest in getting drunk and going to a rave. I also don't need to be drunk. I just, like, the comment that I'm making is I don't like the taste of things with alcohol in them. So if I'm going to bother to drink it, it's going to be because like everybody in the room wants to be a little bit sillier and like wants to have a buzz going. But for me, every time, like, I've only had experiences drinking where I drink stuff, but it's not strong enough to give me literally any sensation. So why the fuck did I just drink 3 drinks that I don't like the taste of? Or it's we do a bunch of shots of like hard liquor or whatever and get like super fucked up. And that's not the same as having like a buzz. That is like you are now fucked. You are drunk. And I've done that only like 3 times before or something. You're super sassy drunk, Godful. You must be insufferably cute when you're drunk. I wish I could stop falling asleep at my desk. Gives me a massive headache. Yeah. Find it relaxing in small, moderate amounts. Yeah, for me, I don't feel anything with alcohol unless it's like very strong. How diametrically opposite your rave experiences are from mine. It's a good perspective. I wish I could fucking, like, it fucking sucks, dude, because you go to those, Hana goes to those, Tris goes to, like, everybody who I'm like, this person is so fucking cool. Look at how fucking sick they look in their cool fursuit or their outfit. They're all gonna go together and they're all gonna have fun. And I feel like the fucking, like, super turbo idiot nerd in the corner who, like, cannot wrap their head around the experience and it just does nothing for me. It fucking sucks, dude. No, I've never been pressured into drinking. Hate raves. I'm a wallflower burning to the wall. I don't feel bad letting friends have their fun there. So I provide at least one person to go hang out with. Unfortunately, people I go to cons with often don't go to raves. Yeah, Misty, I was talking about it before you got here, but I was lamenting the fact that like I just went to one yesterday with my roommate because I wanted to like back them up and be there with them so that they're not like at this thing alone. But I like, no matter how many times I've put myself into a rave and tried to figure out how to like have fun, I just get super understimulated and bored because it's like, I'm never actually like, I've never practiced a routine or heard any of the sets beforehand. So there's no like, I have a dance partner, we are executing a dance. Like that is the activity we're doing. So that's off the table. There's a bunch of cool strangers that I've never met, which is sick as fuck, and they're all in cool outfits and they're doing fucking cool dance moves or they've got cool fursuits on them. Like, that's sick. I want to go talk to them, but you can't because it's deafeningly loud. So that's off the table. So like all that ends up being left is music is deafeningly loud. Put earplugs in so you don't take ear damage. Stand somewhere in the dark and do your Lethal Company dance next to a bunch of cool people that you're not going to be able to talk to. And like I can do that for like 10 minutes and then I'm like, I'm bored. I like need to go do something. Like there has to be an activity. One of the things I was describing that maybe you can get behind, Misty, is like I could do a rave if it was everybody in their like 2 foot by 2 foot square has a fucking DDR pad underneath them and we're all playing fucking like there's a screen somewhere and we're all playing DDR to like the same fucking DJ set or whatever. Like fuck yeah, I could that's then like I'm in the room. That's fucking sick. Like let's fucking go. I would love the shit out of that. But like without that, I'm just bored. Like I'm like we're not doing an activity. We are doing the Lethal Company dance next to each other and I'm like I want to fucking talk to people. Let's go do a thing. I don't know. Aug. Maybe if I had like a date and we were fucking like grinding on each other or something, like I don't know, like if I was having a like physical we are dancing together or like doing a thing together, like and there was like a purpose or a goal or something, like I don't know, like I just get the like undirected wiggle around to deafeningly loud EDM just like doesn't fucking do anything for me. Also, hi Viv, what's up? Same reasoning and logic. I dislike music concerts and raves. I'd rather be enjoying myself with 1 or 2 other people in private or a smaller venue. Yeah, same. Yeah, doing some kind of thing together with people, not just existing in the same room with loud music. Yeah, the thing I was like referring to is it's just like, yeah, let's all go to this place in really cool outfits where every other stranger is going to be in a really cool outfit and let's all like stand together and stare at the wall. And I'm like, I like that's what it feels like to me where I'm just like everybody else here is like euphorically excited and having a fucking great time staring at the wall. And for me, I'm like spinning in fucking circles internally, feeling like a dipshit because I'm like, I can't figure out how to like enjoy this. I'm like so critically understimulated and like it gets to the point where it gets like I am unsettled. So like I don't know about you guys, but the fastest way to get me to be like jittery and like fucking like freak out is to put me in a space and give me nothing to do. Like I will try to find ways to entertain myself, but actually the better way to say this is put me in a space, give me nothing to do, while everybody else is like doing a bunch of stuff and having fun, and there's like a limited time frame. Like that is the way to drive me insane, where I'm just like, I'm missing out on a bunch of stuff. There's so many people doing cool shit that I want to go do cool shit with, but I can't. I'm just sitting here doing nothing, staring at a wall. Like, God, that shit makes me feel insane so fast. Hard to agree with the point you're making. Well, I would say I'm glad, but I'm also sorry, because like the point that I'm making is that like a large majority, a like non-negligible majority of the people I like to hang out with at like furry scenes and at furry cons fucking adore this shit, and I can't like or maybe it's not that I can't, I haven't figured it out yet. I have not solved this problem. More old-fashioned dance event. I don't even need it I just wish there were more. I just wish it was as popular to like because the furry club dance rave scene is sick. I just need the volume to be like, if the entire vibes of the thing is pristine. It is, there's a fuck ass load of hot as fuck people all in their coolest drip, fucking there to have a good time. There's music playing, there's a light show, there's a big open space. Like all of that is pristine. I love the vibes of that. The biggest problem for me is it is deafeningly loud and you can't talk to people. Because I'm like, up until you get to the it's deafeningly loud part, I'm like, this sounds so fucking cool. Like, if you want to be dancing and busting a move, there's music, you can do that. But also, it's not deafeningly loud, so you could like have a conversation. The second that like the hurdle becomes, oh, it's loud enough that if you are at this event, you cannot speak to people. That's when I'm just like, all right, now I can't like solve this. I'm gonna be honest with the question, and I appreciate the drive to push beyond your boundaries. Why go? Because I'm trying. It's the same thing with me being fucking like demisexual Kittimer. It's the same thing as the like, maybe if I just try more hookups than like sex with like random people who we like mutually find each other like physically attractive, maybe that will like work in my brain. Maybe it's me. I'm fucking something up. There's some part of this that you just have to learn through experience, or there's going to be a light switch that flicks on in my head, and then I'm going to go, okay, cool, I get it, and I can have fun like everybody else now. But I'm starting to realize the more that I do this, that I do think it falls into the same experience as like me discovering that I'm like somewhere on the ace spectrum, where I'm just like, maybe this isn't a thing that I can fix. Maybe it's not something that's broken. Maybe it's just me, and I can't. I don't like viewing myself and my interests as things that I can't change. I like to think that I am a malleable human being, and that if I put in the emotional labor, I can change my internal framework of how, because it's like the stimuli that exists outside of me is neutral and I can't control that, but I can control the way that it comes into me and the way that I process it and the way that I feel about it. So like I try to think like that for a lot of things, and that's kind of the lens that I've been thinking about a rave through, where I'm just like, I'm doing something wrong with how I am internalizing the experience of a rave, because all of the like, we are in the same space, everybody is sharing the same like stimuli, and for them it fucking works and they're having a great time. And for me, I this goes into the gar, and like my brain says this sucks, and I'm like, okay, can I do something to change how internally I process this super cool thing that everybody likes into suck? Also believe it's more of a missing out thing. Sorry, I need to catch up on chat. It feels like you're not going to click with you no matter what you try to do. Yeah, that's probably the case, honestly. It'd be probably still be cool if there was a social area in addition to a stage, and if there were pauses in between, maybe. Yeah, the pauses idea would be pretty cool. A lot of people are willing to sacrifice their ears for that. I find those kinds of events to be pointless and painful. I don't think it's pointless, because as I said, there's a lot of people who do genuinely like it, and I'm not trying to bash on it. I wanted to talk about it to see if there's like, if you guys had any ideas on like what you like about it or stuff like that. Hola, buenas noches, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué está pasando? I'm okay. Also, yeah, how are you doing? I'm hanging in there. My eyes are fucking super itchy because fucking pollen is killing me. I'm super busy and I'm super behind on everything, but I'm trying to fucking work my ass off. I'm doing what I can, Byler. How are you? I hope you're hanging in there. Don't think it's just you, Gar. You need smaller, more intimate and involved experiences, and nothing wrong with that. I don't mind the. I slightly reject the smaller part because it has nothing to do with the size of and like the amount of people. Like I would still be interested in that. It's mostly just like I need to be able to talk to them. I need to be able to. I love huge groups of people, but but I need to be able to exercise basic communication stuff. It's feeling like the experience is not worth the mental cost to you. Yeah, it's just like FOMO problems. Hi, Gray. Gray, I'm interested in your take on all of this stuff. Because I don't remember if you went to the things I've been at. Read the stream title. Right, you can change a lot, but you can't change everything, and even if you could, how much energy you need to expend to do so. Yeah. Furry raves like the ones you dance in the night. Con luces y todo. Sí. Yeah. Raves before this, but for someone like me, they're 100% not applicable. Yeah. Rough time with my stomach. Eating way too much this weekend. Not regret. Well, I hope you feel better soon. Read, dog. Yeah, read. Basically, Gray, the TLDR is I've been talking about how I feel frustrated and have been trying to put effort into seeing if I can make furry raves fun for me, but I've yet to be able to solve it. I wasn't able to large GA dancer, lots of people in music. Yeah, for me, basically what I was talking about is I'm cool with this stuff, but the second that the space is deafeningly loud so you can't talk to anybody, that's where like my ability to have fun drops off a cliff. I have to be able to converse and like chat. If the only activity you're allowed to do is do your Lethal Company wiggle to the deafeningly loud music, then I like tap out super fast and get super understimulated. The one I was at with Kit, yeah, that was the one at. Wait, the one you were at with Kit. Were you? I'm thinking about the one at AC. Which con was this, Gray? It was in the hotel. Which con? What year? Ya ves, no, pero me encanta bailar y pasarla bien. Sí, bailar is yeah, like sorry, I'll English. Yeah, I like the lights and the dancing and like the space and the people. It's just when it gets so loud that I can't talk to anybody, I like my interest drops off a cliff. And not been to anything outside of hotels. Gotcha. You're asking me if I like them? No, not really. That is not for me. Do you feel like FOMO with that though, or that like you have a bunch of friends who are super into it and you can't like share that with them? Aren't social encounters where you have both many people and meaningful interactions inherently rare? With a lot of people, usually something that's more centered around a shared experience than about interactions are more important. You usually wouldn't have as much people. Yeah, that's exactly true. I think that is a one-to-one thing of like the more people you're trying to interact with, by definition, the less like deep it can be. But like I still enjoy stuff like that. Like I enjoy the let's go to a space and like just like hang out, and maybe you only get to brush past people, but at least that opens up the floor of like you can trade contact information and maybe you can like deepen that later. You like doing the here's my first impression, shoot my shot, hey, you look cool, I like this thing that you're doing or whatever, do you want to try and like chat more later? Even just that like interstitial thing is impossible at deafeningly loud raves. Horseman in a dance. You assisting around my heart and a fixing friend was very kind of me. Hell yeah. As a raver dance, something doesn't really have any space for talking, socializing, doing the nature of a rave. I think it's totally fine for that space, meant for people jumping around, dancing, not chatting. Yeah, exactly. Like that's why I'm saying I have no interest in like knocking it. I just wish it did something for me, so it was like a thing I could go do, because it's so popular. It's like it's the same feeling as as maybe I project onto other people where back when I was playing an assload of Dota with everybody in the server, and it's like, well, that literally doesn't work for me. I can't do that, and I feel like left out. That's kind of how I feel about rave stuff, where I'm just like, no matter what angle of approach I've tried to like enter from, I just think fundamentally it doesn't work for me. And I'm just kind of talking about like that being frustrating and seeing what other people's experiences are. Also, do not enjoy the music that plays there either. I mean, I think some of the EDM is cool, but for me to really sink into music, it has to be played at a volume where I can enjoy it, and I would like to listen to it like front to back, and then like maybe listen to it again and like talk to somebody about it. Uh, it's more tough to do that with like deafeningly loud EDM. Good AR goggles review people's info and share contacts and text channel without messaging with handheld devices. The future where we're all wearing the VR headsets, or no, maybe it's the cyberpunk thing where it's built in. We have the little doohickey in our neck or whatever. Arms crossed, nodding slowly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's tough. Aug. So yeah, if you want to hang out with me at FWA, I will be one of the people who is not in the rave. Unfortunately. Unless it's quieter. If it is quieter, that sounds sick as fuck. Because as I said, I really like the idea of a bunch of cool furries, music is playing, there's like some sort of like neat performance happening. There's a bunch of strangers you can go hang out with and talk to. That's sick. But then when it becomes deafeningly loud, it's like, oh well, the talk to part is gone, and now it's just let's go people watch or something, and I'm understimulated by that. We all have to advertise our terrible FLS pages when we meet people. My FLS page is based, thank you. Dance venue with music quiet enough to let people converse would be nice, though probably wouldn't be a rave at that point. Yeah, I guess that would be something else. Guess yeah, I think by like definitionally the raves are supposed to be turbo fucking loud. That does seem to be part and parcel with it. Aug. Aug. I think the point of a rave is more of a vibe. You're there to be around people probably drunk or very high. I don't know. I think a lot of my friends who enjoy it without having any sort of substance things, but I think for them it's because they can like enter into this headspace where nobody else is there, and they're just like doing the thing of like, if you like really like a song, you can come up with your own like internal music video like that you like project your friends or your OCs or whatever into. I think like for a lot of them it's like that, where they can like submerse into some sort of alternate, like they're basically, they go stand in a corner and dissociate while wiggling, which is like cool that that's something they want to do. Like more power to you if that's what you're doing and you're having a good time. But like I don't go to a con to go dissociate into a corner. Like I want to go be present, and so it doesn't work for me. If you're the type for it, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the get into my I am dancing and doing dance stuff headspace. Hogue. Hogue. Oh. Ogue. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, generally my vibe at a furry con is much more like let's go. It's basically bouncing around to different places to stand around and talk with people. That generally tends to be my, like, the thing I'm most interested in doing is bounce around to different things and talk to people. As far as like actual activities go, like beyond like finding a place to eat, board games fall in there sometimes. It's rarely have I been super interested in going to like a panel or a performance. I've watched a couple like of the dance competitions thing. And those are like sometimes neat, but I think again I start to get understimulated at like dance comp things after like a half an hour or so, and those are usually much longer than that. So like in general, I would like the ideal experience for me is like come in at like the last few battles or like the last couple of performances, and then I'm like, cool, got to see some furries dancing. I'm done. Generally, I'm not interested in the whole like 2 hour ordeal. Not ordeal, the 2 hour like full start to finish. That's like too long for me because after like a half an hour, I'm like, all right, I gotta go do stuff. Um, Walking around and looking at stuff in like Artist Alley or Dealer's Den. I don't get to do that much because usually I'm in them. So I like to do that when I can, even if I don't have the money to buy stuff. I just like to be able to look at stuff and tell people how cool their things are. Harder question for the whole room. What do you get out of cons? What are your expectations? Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys, if you're a con goer or a prospective con goer, what's your things that you like? Because like I generally it's like go to someone's room where there's like 7 to 10 people, hang out, chat. Go to a different room where there's 15 people, hang out and chat. Go to a different room where there's 4 people, hang out and chat. Go to like a big open public area where there's a bunch of tables where me and 40 people hang out and chat and do art together. Go look at some art, go do more art, go get food with people, go somewhere else, hang out and chat. It's basically just doing social stuff. Like sometimes it's go somewhere and like there's a video game cabinet or whatever and we play video games, or like go somewhere, play some board games or whatever. But it's like usually most of the time I like to be chatting with people. Hope to find someone with no plans for evening, sit around chatting about random stuff until past midnight. During the day, I usually try to enjoy the programming. Yeah, I feel like I've never felt like I have enough free time at a con to actually go check out all the fucking panels and stuff. Sometimes I make it to like 1, but for the most part, I'm like too busy bouncing around trying to hang out with people. I want to hit more room parties. Yeah, same. For CD, everything else is off the cuff. Yeah. Haven't been to tons regularly for about 10 years now. Oh, cons. Yeah. Honestly, most of my furry interaction nowadays is online more than anything. No 1 or 2 furries in person, but focus most of my time towards career and big life goals. Half of the interactions I have. Need more sleep than social interaction at this point. I feel you. Yeah. That's definitely one way to go. I hope the career is something you were fulfilled and get to actually enjoy. I don't hit any, to be honest. The Foster kind of room party technically. Yeah. That's a thing. But yeah, no. I'll try and drag you along to some DK. Our thing on Friday would be a room party, but we've outgrown a room. I would have to have a suite at this point, which maybe at some point in the future, if we can sponsor me to that, maybe. But I don't think until I'm way bigger on like Twitch or Patreon or whatever, I don't think I'll ever have the money to just be like, yep, and then I buy a suite. I don't know enough people at cons to be caught up. I don't even always know enough people to have someone to hang out with at all times. Well, if you're in the Discord server, we have a fuck ton of really cool people, and I'm sure you could meet some. A lot of them go to cons. Thing on Friday, am I a part of this? Is this ice cream? Yeah, so the ice cream, and then what it was, well, I guess we did do 10th floor last year too, but I think that was because last year we were also too big. Usually at a con for like, when I was first starting to have like an actual social group in our Discord community, we would just meet up for a room party. But now there's enough people going to each of the cons that's like part of the Discord community that we're too big to fit in like a standard hotel room anymore. So we have to find some like open space to go hang out, because I think in the majority of hotels that I've gotten to be in for cons, like the standard double queen room, you can fit like maybe 12 people without it being super awful, and then like 15 is where it starts being like there are too fucking many people in here. Like way the fuck, 15 is way the fuck too many. And then anything past that is just, you can't. And we've been past that capacity for like a long time now, so it's just, we have to go find, it's basically the same thing as a room party, but we're gonna go do it somewhere where we can actually fucking fit people, because a room is now too small. I drive fly to a convention, but frankly, I always get the feeling I'd just be slowing down my friends that have 10 plus primary friends they want to be with, and nobody invites me in the first place, so I don't feel particularly welcome. I do think the FurryCon experience is exclusively as fun as the people you're going to hang out with. So if you are not the kind of like extrovert to like cold call people and like find new people and then like maybe break into those groups, your experience will be defined by the people you knew before going. And if you don't know a lot of people before going, then yeah, I don't think you'll have a good time, but there's always room to change that. So by not really having any money for cons currently, yeah. Usual contents of Eurofurnace and NFC would be interesting to you. I hear good things. Yeah, I wanna do EF or NFC at some point. Yeah, I hate cold calling. Yeah, if you are not cool with just walking up to random people and being like, "Hello, what's up?" then yeah, that's tough. Like furries are bad in general at inviting people in my experience. I don't think that's just furries. I feel like that is a human thing. Also in general, don't I like to lean into the don't attribute anything to malice that can be attributed to ignorance. For the most part, people are bad at inviting people because they haven't routinely put it into a part of their like brain check habit of like, is this a thing that I should be inviting people to? Very rarely is it somebody got a mental prompt of, should I invite this person? And they checked off the box, no. It's just they didn't set themselves up to have the mental prompt in the first place. So like that's how people are bad at inviting people. Usually it's not they thought of you and then decided not to. It's just they didn't think of you. And it's not a I chose to not think of you. It's I routinely in my life, I have not set up the structures needed to think of people. And that's a skill. That's like something that people have to develop over time. And I feel like that is common for people to not develop. As a pretty big introvert, you can definitely get out there and meet new folks out of the blue, but you need a lot of energy management, social anxiety, though, is a different issue. Yeah. Smartphones make socializing at cons so much easier though, and finding other socially awkward people with no friends to hang out with. Yeah, that's fair. It's just a result of internetization of our culture. I don't think it's malice, more just the feeling people already have their group of friends arranged ahead of time. Yeah, I feel like that's a good thing if you can have a group arranged ahead of time. But I feel like a lot of people like because they're outside of the group feel like, oh, this is tight knit and this is like a clique and there's no room for more people. But in my experience, that's rarely been the case. I've been able to wiggle into a lot of social spaces, but I'm also very comfortable with the idea of rejection. And I think having the confidence to project that like, hey, you guys are cool. Can I like come hang out with you? And if you're doing that in like a timid way where you're like anticipating failure and you're afraid of that, that usually can be felt. And that makes it like a pressure of, oh no, I either let this person in and let them come hang out with us, or they're gonna have like a breakdown right now. And that usually pushes people further away. But if you are like totally cool with the answer being whichever, usually people can also feel that, and then you have like a better chance of actually getting in there. Yeah, Dogu, being able to be like, hey, I want to go do this thing with you guys, can I come? But being okay with the answer being no, that's usually like the tough part. Is a lot of people are like, I'm gonna have a breakdown if you say no. uh you're totally cool. Hey Saban, it's been a minute. How are you doing? You've been to enough cons that you probably have a take on the like original stream topic for today. All right, good night, Shark Wolf. Have a good snooze. Thanks for hanging out. What do you think of raves at FurryCon, Saban? Are you a rave goer? You've been lurking in this? Okay, well, tell me about have you been to furry, like it doesn't even have to be at cons, like there's a bunch of just ad hoc furries go, we're gonna host an event at this nightclub every 3 months or whatever. Like, you've ever been to stuff like that? You're not a rave goer? I've had to Narcan furries at raves. Yeah, that would probably disincentivize that. Understandable. Yeah, I was rambling about how I have a bunch of friends that I think are really cool that super enjoy the rave experience, but I've never been able to like get it to click for me because the second that the music is too loud for me to be able to like talk to anybody, I'm like, well, now I'm bored because I can't like meet new people or talk to my friends that I'm there with. Carrying Arcane energy now. Carrying medical stuff is good. Narcan is a good one. Having like I feel like there should be more basic training on like how to use like a tourniquet or how to like patch a wound of various different types. Like that's something I wish was more easily available or just generally taught to people. Uh Went to a metal concert instead. Based. What was the band? Uh Gray will maybe know it. Gray is Adapolis in chat. I've not heard of them. All right, roll the dice. Does Gray know? Is Gray a knower? They can become a knower now. Okay, yeah, Gray knows them. All right, your band is dubbed legit. Gray knows your band. I bless it. Ah, dice. What are you asking, Kittimer? What about dice? History check pass. Yeah, if Gray doesn't know your metal band, then your metal band is sus. Or maybe your metal band is really cool. If Gray doesn't know it, that means it's a very cool metal band. Oh, hi Ron. Oh Ron, we gotta fucking clean up. You gotta remind me to clean up Car Crouch. Very low chance I haven't heard of a band. That's true. Gray is especially metal stuff. Gray's a big knower. Brain is huge. Fur raves suck based on my experience for chats and bumping boots. Yeah, I like chatting to people. Definitely definitely higher on my list. Uh yeah, that actually that's like the top of my list. Getting to hang out and fucking talk to people and like go to room parties and just like there can be quiet music in the background, but like my goal basically every con is just like have cool conversations with people and like trade stories and laugh and have a good time, or maybe trade deep lore and like have like learn about people's past and their ambitions and their triumphs and their failures and like get to know each other like on a more like personal level. I think that shit's cool as fuck. Bibles with between you and you dance. How big is a Bible, Anu? What is a Bible's with? Gideon, or yeah, is it what Bible are we talking? How thick? How thick is that bitch? Also, are we like what's the orientation? Are we rotating it on its side? Are we it does it is it facing up? What's the orientation? Learning a cool new song right now. Hell yeah, dude! I want to go look. Do you think we Ron? When did I make Gar Crouch? Do we think it was on this computer? I'm gonna go back to the oldest folder in this computer, 2022. It was. It was 2022. There it is. There he is. Okay, yeah, we can modernize this. We can clean this up. It's so silly looking. Oh my god. How big is this file? 500 by 500. All right, yeah, let's make him uh make him larger. And we can like I don't know, we can vectorize it or something. Uh yeah, it'll be great. All right. No, Mormon in DC, I see. Gutenberg Bible. I don't even know what that is. To be fair, I don't think I know anything about any Bible, to be honest. Drop tune pedal set to pretend my sixth string is a seventh string. You have a drop tune pedal. How many pedals you got? All right. Change my category to art. You're two, only two. I'm not a pedal boy, dude. You're not even shoegazing. Fucked up. How can you play shoegaze without shoes to gaze at? Don't have enough pedals to shoegaze. Fucked up, to be honest. All right, we save this as updated Gar Crouch. Updated Gar Crouch. How much of the scuff should I remove, Ron? Or do you think there being a significant amount of scuff is part of the appeal? Where's Ron, dude? I need Ron's. This is for Ron, so I need Ron's opinion. Goofy. Yeah, this is ancient shitty thing from 2022. I don't even know when or why I drew this. Actually, I can probably find out when or why I drew this because I probably have the VOD somewhere, on my VOD's channel. But then Ron wanted it as an emote, so I made it, into an emote forever ago. I love it so much. It's good here for another event, but for what it's worth, go to a non-ravey event with you. Hell yeah. Heart emoji user, have fun. Thanks for stopping by. Dude, where is Ron? Paging Ron. Somebody go page Ron. I need to know how scuffed or unscuffed I should make it. Ron dashing right now. Oh, that might be it. Umami Dragon, huh? No, it's Machine 56. That's what that's supposed to be. All right, we gotta keep some amount of the scuff, right? Like the scuff is pretty integral to the concept of the thing. Are these are all the lines? Oh, some of those are lines. Where's the fucking other one? Oh, also. All right. What do you guys think? Do we like make all the lines super fucking crisp, or do we keep it? I feel like we should make like an HD super crisp version, right? We gotta for the sake of the thing. Either way, give me my fucking. Yeah, we'll make the HD version. I think the only thing that I would change about this is the side of the face. Here. This like this, 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 this. Hi, Gail. Yeah, Ron really likes this goofy little emote, so I make an updated version for Ron. All right. How are you doing, Gail? How was your weekend? What are you gonna make for dinner? Not sure. Lazy and thirsty. What's your favorite beverage? Do you have a favorite beverage? Lemonade. Just regular lemonade? Like pink lemonade or strawberry lemonade or whatever. Raspberry lemonade. Honestly, I feel like I just do this with fucking purple at this point. Oh, Bro. All right. This way, if I do it as if I do it as vectors, it makes it easier for Kittimer to be bullied into making Ron a 1 of 1 Garcrouch coin. You're so tired today. I feel that, dude. I was so fucking exhausted when I got up. Yesterday was super tiring, but good, I think, overall. I have so much stuff I want to do before FWA, but I'm not gonna be able to do like most of it, dude. Aug. Aug, 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 aug. I just want to make a 3D animation, but it takes so much time, and I have to do other stuff that pays bills first. Aug. Oh yeah, Doku. Sleep, very important. All right. Oh, hi Kai, what's up? Oh, and Explicitl. What's this then? We've got so I have a friend Ron. They're showing up to FurryCon for the first time. They like this goofy little like doodle I made at some point in 2022 enough that they had me make it into an emote, and they really want me to make it into a one of one sticker for them to give to them at the con. So I'm like going back and making it less bad. That is the current goal, at least, is make it less bad. Totally thought it was something else. Thank you. I'm glad you find it adorable. Yeah. All right. Fine, Explicit. How are you guys doing though? How was your weekend? You missed me complaining about it's not complain. We had a big conversation in chat for like first like hour and a half about how we feel about furry raves. You guys go to a lot of furry raves? You've been to some furry raves? What are your thoughts on furry raves? You're fucking DJ, of course you've been to a lot. You haven't been to one? I was just talking about how I have a bunch of friends who super dig them, but I've never been able to figure it out for me because I just get super bored. because I really like to hang out and talk to people at furry cons, and raves are usually, I've been to like one that wasn't this, and it was great, but usually are playing the music deafeningly loud, so there is no opportunity to actually like hang out and converse with people, which immediately just dumpsters my interest in it down to zero, where I'm just like, well, I can't talk to anybody, so I'm now super understimulated. Ugh. You know, the night market dances, they tend to be quieter. Yeah, anything that is volume where you can still talk to people. That's my shit. Love that. Those are great. You having fun, Gray? You jamming out? Oh, I guess I can't make it. I feel like I don't know if this is like worth doing as vectors anymore. I feel like at this point, might as well just do it with brush, probably. Horribly, bruh. Oh, mm, whatever. So be it. He talks me at a rave. I don't know if that'll help. Maybe. Uh, Problem being usually it's like the thing that I was talking about is it's usually too loud to talk. So I very rarely would feel like that's even an option, by the very nature of the thing. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, hurry. Hurry was at the thing that I was talking about yesterday. Yeah, I was talking to people, Hurry, about how like I I feel like an odd one out because I have never been able to wrap my head around having fun at a furry rave. I just end up like super understimulated and bored most of the time unless I can find people to unless it's quiet enough or there's a alternative space where you can go chat with people. I just end up being like, well, can't can't talk to anybody, so I'm bored. I do like to play music more than dance. Yeah, I imagine if you're playing music, you're probably having a great time, but that's like an activity, like you're doing a thing, so you are stimulated. So that I can get behind. That makes sense to me. Give the DJ music to play physically. Like just live instruments, you mean? Disc or USB stick? Oh, okay. I was talking about how I feel like the only way that I would feel stimulated enough at a rave was if I had everybody had their own DDR pad you were standing on, and we were all like playing DDR together to whatever the DJ is playing. I was like, that would make it work in my head. Then I'd be like, okay, I'm fucking locked in, dude. Yeah, exactly. Hurry. I just get super bored where I'm just like, well, understimulated dragon hours. Ooh, I feel like I would only go to rave like that would be Final Space to not talk with people. Yeah, if that's the vibe you're looking for, I think that's like the perfect thing, honestly. Problem is I'm don't think I'm ever looking for that vibe. I'm always trying to fucking find cool new people to talk to. Yeah, for some people the highlight of the experience is this is too loud to talk to people so I can dodge the like social obligation of having to do that. For me, I'm like, wow, there's so many cool people in this room that I can't interact with. Damn, that sucks. Everyone got some weirdos following around. Yeah, that'll do it. Isn't first and only con I went to having people with that personal friendship thing that follow you around everywhere is not enjoyable. Yeah, having having strong boundaries of not letting strangers fuck with your space and your time is a thing you learn very quickly if you're gonna go to a lot of cons. I have also had to learn my time with that. The first like 2 or 3 cons that I went to, I had somebody that was basically stalking me the whole time and would not leave me alone, and that was shitty. Had to learn some new skills of how to tell somebody like, no, like you have to fuck off now. Not this is not a like haha hee hee, it's a joke. This is like you cannot, I do not want to be around you. Stop following me. Yeah, definitely requires some assertive effort, which can be hard for people. Cons are definitely a trial ground for a lot of social skills, yeah. Oh. Yeah, those are people that you just block out, right? I think. I don't think it's worth spending your time on entire strangers who are immediately just weird out of the blue. That's not even exclusive to furries. That's just people. Do not attribute maladjusted social tendencies to furries exclusively. That extends to the general populace just as much. They're gonna block you, yeah. All right, bro, go for it. This sounds like an ideal outcome. Very strange. Bah. That's how Twitch be. Twitch do be like that. Hi BSJ, how are you? Sean, yeah, true. Give me my $2. Give Twitch their $3. Hell yeah. Yeah, FWA so soon. Big hype. Hey Juniper, what's up? Hope you've been having a good weekend. We are remastering a really old goofy little emote so that I can turn it into a sticker for my friend Ron and give it to them at FWA. I'm trying to keep some of the scuff, or maybe all most of the scuff, because that's part of the charm is the scuff. But we can still make it cleaner scuff. Okay. Scanning. Wow. Wow. Yeah, he's just a silly little guy, dude. We remaster him for the sake of Ron. 2-1-2 time, as Gray would say. As we think of our Grammars. All right. Oh. Goop. What are you doing, Kittimer? What are you doing on your Sunday? Two more hands. Oh. Ron, you're here. Yeah, okay. I just assumed things, but I assumed you wanted me to keep as much of the scuff as possible. Because I was like, you weren't here, but I was gonna ask, like, do you want me to clean it up and like make it actually refined and finished? And then I was like, I don't know, Ron probably likes that it's like scuffed, so I'm gonna keep as much of the. I'm gonna clean up the lines, but I'm gonna keep the scuff overall. Have you been out door dashing, Ron? Is that what you've been up to, or are you guys still barcoving? Baldur's Gate 3. Ah, yeah, that's right. It is that time of the week. Good work, Kittimer. I'm sure your gods are smiling upon you for your righteous deeds. They deserved it. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm sure the God of War was super happy that you did all that. He went, Kittimer, what a great guy. Love that guy. Hi, Ruby. Yeah, I'm remastering Gar Crouch for Ron's benefit. Still, yeah, we're still maintaining as much of the scuff as possible. We do not rid ourselves of all the scuff. We keep a lot of the scuff. Heart emoji, Byler. Have a good snooze. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a fucking baller Monday. Hope you crush it. Oh, interesting. I'll try my best, Byler. Heart emoji. All right, here we have it. Remastered Gar Crouch. Wow. Let's do that. Let's see the side by side. How big are you? 2119 pixels. What? Oh no, that's your fucking X position. Never mind. Lamau. You resize him until he's of similar size. There. Yeah, RTX on versus RTX off. Updated Gar Crouch. All you could want out of a crouching Gar, am I right, fellas? What a guy. What a dude. Smooth Gar, yeah, he's got crisper shapes. They are very silly looking. I like them a lot. My silly little creatures. I might have to do more than one, honestly. Maybe I'll have to order them from an actual sticker manufacturer at some point. Yeah. V 2.0. Making sure to leave some of the scuffed coloring as well because that gives it character. For of them being mirrored back and forth, you have guard dance. Yeah, except I have fucking unique markings, so it doesn't work. I have the main thing is only on one side, so you can't flip me horizontally or it's over. I don't care, guard dance. It's okay, I'll just color the main. I'll color the other part of the main in, and then there you go. Oh, all right. I'm done with art for now. We've succeeded at updating Gar Crouch. My job is done. I've performed my duties. I return to my couch. Put me back on the couch. Oh, oh. Good Gar art. Thank you. Yeah. All right. We have like I don't know 15 more minutes. Regale me with stories. Story time. Can I join you on the couch? This is the couch, but with a G. The Gar couch. The couch even. I return to my couch. The Gar couch. I'm on the couch. But yes, you can join me on the couch. Yeah, you're bad. The couch. Aug, I'm so sleepy, dude. Aug. Aug, aug, aug. I have so many Telegram messages I have to catch up on. There's so many unread. Aug. Aug, aug, aug. Far too many. Aug. You know what I'm excited about? Plebes. Also, I'm excited about somewhere outside I have sway time. Post your sway emotes. I have unitchy your eyes eye drops waiting for me. And I'm gonna go get those. It's gonna be great. My eyes are gonna stop being itchy for the first time in like fucking week and a half or some bullshit. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna love it. Hogue. Ogue, ogue, ogue. I gotta make myself another badge too. I still haven't made myself a new badge in years. I was thinking about doing one for FWA, but time and it's there's none of that. Don't got those. The itch inch drops. Yeah, need those. Are you guys good at putting eye drops in? I'm not. I'm really bad at it. I flinch a lot. Hell yeah, Auden. Random suitcase loot. Kittimer, the eye drop champion. Got unpacked and got a pack for the con again. Yeah, I should probably start doing packing for the con. So it's just a shock when it hits. Yeah, I wish I could tell my brain like we know what we're doing here. Why are we like freaking out? I guess it's just like deeply rooted instinct stuff, but I'm like, come on, brain. Can you not communicate to like whatever part of the brain is doing the instinct stuff and be like, hello, here's the reason that we're doing this. Don't freak out. But I cannot make it figure that out. Unfortunately. Oh, like but I DPM feel like the people that the people like can effortlessly put context in. Oh, okay, I see. Ah, flinch too easily. Yeah, I might try contacts someday. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be a learning experience. But I've been making do with my glasses for the past couple months. Uh, been acclimating to it better. It's not so bad once I got used to it. Yeah, I like the glasses that I got. They're pretty cute. I like them. Uh, they probably could just be fitted to my face better because I have to scooch them up my snoot pretty routinely. Aug. If I have the brain juices tomorrow, I either want to work on the adoptable more or but I don't think I'm gonna be able to sell that before FWA because or for Affinity is still down. So what I might end up doing is tomorrow I might open some commissions in stream to do shitty meme draw overs. Where like you give me $50 and pick a meme and I will do a fucking I draw your OC in this meme. Because I want to do more like goofy type art and I think that would be fun. Uh because I did a few of those in the past and those always come out super great. Ah, just absolutely goofed up. Draw your OC as a creature. It's like I still love the fucking VIP, the scanning VIP fucking doodle. I don't think I'd be able to pick one. Yeah, there's a lot of good options. The scanning VIP's head and there's a little egg icon. Yeah, that one's that's a good meme. Oh. Yeah, I got my glasses online, so they're not actually fitted to my face, and I feel like there's probably some part of them that's like adjustable, maybe to make it work better. I don't know, or maybe it's just the entire frame would have to be a different size. I don't know. It's the I can't afford the super expensive glasses type beat. Uh, but I did look into my health insurance, and it looks like maybe I can get a fancier pair through them. So I'll have to see. Bend the arms and at the bridge. Maybe that's what they would end up doing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about glasses to have an idea of what makes it unless it's like hard plastic. Yeah, mine is something. It's pretty cheap. So I feel like it would sooner explode into a billion pieces than then like bend nicely, but I suppose find out. Yeah, that's because you have the like real boy glasses. You have the fucking titanium twistums or whatever. Ah, optimal trout, yeah. Optimal trout. True, true. Give this Kittimer a true. Oh, 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 frick. Feel, feel. Oh. I want to bring some sort of like singular piece of paper, some goofy thing, and get like a bunch of people to make little doodles on it. Kind of like a sketchbook, but instead of a sketchbook, it's like a sketch poster. Just get a bunch of people to fucking write some bullshit on it. Like it's like the back of a yearbook or something. Did you guys buy yearbooks when you were in school? I think my parents bought them for like when I graduated middle school and when I graduated high school. I think I have both of those somewhere. When was the last time you looked at a yearbook that you were in? 3 sets of glasses since you were 13. Damn, that's not many. They're all the same style. Do you like the style, do you think? It's been a while. Yeah, I bet. I feel like I've rifled through mine like only a few years ago. I found it when I was like organizing. I think it's probably on my bookshelf somewhere. Almost certainly on there somewhere. Meow. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I want to make a furry yearbook. Food acquired. How's your food, BSJ? What do you got? Is it yummy? Is it delicious? Is it everything you could ever want? Oh, 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 oh. Put sauce on the nuggets and the beans were undercooked. Well, that fucking sucks, dude. What the frick? Dang it. I'm sorry to hear that. That's tragic. Herm, herm, herm. Oh, guh, guh, guh. You and I, guh, guh. I got some fucking leftover gar kibble. I'm gonna go eat, dude. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna munch it. I'm gonna eat it. It's gonna be amazing. Let's go raid Crocodile. They're working on some art. I want to go support that. I haven't said hi to them in a minute. Alright. I'm gonna head out. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me while I ramble and update my Gar Crouch emote. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. As always, huge thank you to everybody who supports me on Subscribestar, Patreon, or by donating or $7 to the channel. Keeps my funny little gamer lights on. Lets me pay for some of my bills, so I super appreciate that. As always, get some good snacks in, a good nap in, and I'll see you later. Catch you tomorrow. Have a great Monday. You're gonna crush it.
Just once again.
Knowledge of organic chemistry is required.
What do you think about that, huh?